Hello my friends, and welcome back to the rabbit hole, and welcome to the continuation of our best skincare of 2023. Today's video is going to be all about the best eye cream. Timestamps and links are in the description box below as always. I do want to tell you I'm dividing up this video by goal. I think that is an important way to approach eye creams. Meaning that if your goal is to reduce fine lines, you're going to want to choose a very different eye cream than one that targets dark circles. Or vice versa. I think it's really important in this particular category, although I'm going to admit that some of these products do quite a few more things than the category I've grouped them into. So I feel there will be a lot of explanation in today's video. I also want to say this is not a video limited to specifically eye creams. I have 2 serums and some eye patches as well. And one more thing, you know that I have to make sure to reiterate that eye cream is an optional step in a skincare routine. A lot of people use their facial serum, their facial moisturizer around their eye area, and it works great for them. However, some people find they need a dedicated eye product to prevent issues like milia, and then other people just like eye cream. You know, on this note, I want to say one more thing. It is kind of funny to me that skincare enthusiasts reiterate so often that steps like eye cream and toner are optional, but don't forget, really the only must-have steps in a skincare routine are cleanser, moisturizer, and sunscreen. But I'm a skincare enthusiast. I feel like a lot of you watching probably are as well, so you are allowed to like eye creams, and you are also allowed to skip this category. I don't run my channel to change your mind. I run my channel to share. Okay, I think that's all I wanted to say. No, there is one more thing. Do you know I was over here so cold this morning, and then I remembered I own wigs. Do you understand that putting on a wig and a hat feels like putting on a faux fur lined hat? Think about it. So let's go ahead and start this video with the category of most hydrating eye care. And for this, I can't believe I'm choosing this, but I mean, I can. The Pyunkang Black Tea Eye Patches. You know, before trying this, I really thought that all eye patches were kind of the same. Okay, with some exceptions, I did love the Skin Iceland eye patches for the longest time. They're just so expensive. But all of these gel style of eye patches, I didn't feel like there was a lot of difference between them. And then Pyunkang expanded their black tea line, and I already liked that eye cream. It is a nice one. And wow, these eye patches are so effective. When you use an eye patch, what you're getting is, I don't know if you can really see it, but there's serum in here. And when you lift out the gel that is soaked in the serum and place it on your eye, it prevents that serum from evaporating, which is why you get such an intense treatment in terms of hydration. You are really locking those humectants into your skin. And with this particular product, not just humectants, the ingredients list is gorgeous. You are getting niacinamide, algae, fermented black tea, multiple forms of hyaluronic acid, ceramide, licorice for brightening. And I ultimately feel that is what sets these apart. That is what makes these eye patches next level, because most eye patches give you hydration, whereas these, I feel, they give a bit of smoothing, they give a bit of brightening, and they're never too expensive. I know I've talked about removing prices from kbeauty because it's just too hard to follow prices. They change constantly, but this is usually between $15 and $20. It is your standard 60 patches, 30 treatments in here. And if you compare that to some of our Western brands, you know, Peter Thomas Roth's $75 eye patches, hey, they're inspired by Cleopatra. And yet I still feel like these are better anyway. Not to mention, once again, this gorgeous packaging, which it almost feels, I don't know, mystical. So you can either buy this from a kbeauty retailer or from a witch or vegan. Do you all know what I'm referencing there? It's the Luigi board video. You know, I went back and rewatched that recently, and somebody figured out in the comments that that person actually meant witch or pagan. My next category is most moisturizing eye cream. Really quickly, remember that the difference between hydrating and moisturizing is hydrating delivers water into your skin and moisturizing locks that water in. So my pick here, maybe predictably, is yet again the Hamish Marine Care Eye Cream. This is such an occlusive, hefty eye cream. I definitely prefer it at night, but it is also so moisturizing. I mean, this has been on my favorites list for years at this point. If you are looking for a heavy-duty eye cream, look no further. It's kbeauty, so again, it's very affordable. And by the way, I often get asked what scoop I use. It's the one that comes with this. It's a really nice little scoop that allows you to massage your eye area. In terms of ingredients, this is yet again giving you algae. And by the way, I love algae. I still have an old video about that I might update. Works really well for me, has some peptides, your argireline, your copper peptides, your humectant ingredients as well, hyaluronic acid, beta-glucan, and for moisturizing, you see that ingredient shea butter. This is one of my picks in this video that has fragrance. I think there are a total of 2 products in this video that have fragrance, so just as a heads up, also a lot of ingredients, so it may not be for everyone, but again, it's remained on my favorites list for years at this point because it's just so heavy duty and yet doesn't cause me any problems in my eye area. Okay, next category is for dark circles, and I have to admit, I'm as surprised as you are going to be that I have this brand in my favorites. It's funny though, because they were in my favorites years and years ago. They left for a while, they reformulated some products, and I guess they're back. Because I have to pick the Origins. Yes, Origins. Ginseng Refreshing Eye Cream. I have to. Look at this. I have to. See, as I've said a lot, I actually tend to like Western products for this particular category because we seem to have a pretty good selection of these eye creams that not only give you ingredients such as vitamin C and niacinamide, but also a cosmetic effect. It's something you can see in the ingredients list, those iron oxide ingredients. But the reason I'm going back to Origins isn't just because I do like this formulation. I think they really upgraded it. It's now fragrance-free, which is such a shock from Origins, which used to be one of the most scented skincare brands out there, but also has, again, niacinamide, a vitamin C derivative for brightening, some ginseng, which we've talked a lot about on this channel, again, some algae ingredients, and even caffeine and coffee ingredients to help with depuffing your under eye. But my final reason for going with the Origins product is because I recently came to a revelation about how important it is to have more than one shade option. And Origins has 2 different shades. Now, I don't know if that's entirely enough. This is, again, a pretty recent revelation for me, but it does turn out you might want to have multiple shade options. I just ultimately feel like they got a lot right with this product. I will tell you, it's an American product. It's a little bit more expensive, so I would recommend keeping an eye on the Ulta website for deals on this brand and the specific product. My next category is anti-aging, and it is also a much more affordable option. You knew that the Beauty of Joseon Ginseng Retinol Eye Cream was yet again going to appear in my favorites, right? This is their Revive Eye Serum, and it is using 0.02% retinaldehyde. Remember, in terms of gold standards for anti-aging, there just isn't anything that beats out using retinoids in conjunction with sunscreen. And the fact that Beauty of Joseon has such a good option at such an affordable price point is incredible. I've seen this for around $10. It's an incredible product, a great way to get a retinoid into your routine, and unlike retinol, retinaldehyde only requires 1 conversion to get to the active form in your skin. You're also getting some ginseng in here, although it's not specified what form of ginseng, but still a great ingredient to use in conjunction with that gold standard. And finally, it's huge. It's a huge product that you don't have to only use on your eye area. Overall, this is just one of the best budget-friendly options that I've ever seen of all time for anything. It's really an incredible product. And my next category is a restorative cream. Now, this is a little different from anti-aging, but also very connected because the idea here is that we are talking about restoring the skin. Whether that means smoothing or whether that means wound healing, it all kind of fits under this umbrella, which is why I've chosen the Chogongjin Jimsul Jin Eye Cream. For some reason, that was a real tongue twister for me today. You've maybe seen me talk about this brand. I fell madly in love with them. They are under the Misha brand and just kind of geared towards a more mature audience. It also has royal jelly, which actually has some pretty interesting research around it. That's an ingredient that we see, first of all, the presence of a lot of B vitamins, which you often see in a lot of skincare products. We know it's moisturizing. We have seen that it is anti-inflammatory. And so to me, what you get when you start combining ingredients like ginseng and royal jelly is kind of more of an all-in-one type of product. The research on royal jelly is so interesting. We see that it kind of acts a little bit like bifida in that it inhibits those same pro-inflammatory cytokines. Again, another case of you could choose this ingredient or this ingredient in your routine. And it also talks about the regenerative properties, the wound healing properties. Really interesting ingredient. Let me know if you would like more of a deep dive on the B ingredients. In the meantime, I'll link you some studies below. And one more thing, the texture of this is perfect. It's a little bit heavier, but great for during the day in the winter. Still can be used at night for me with my dry skin. And you even have a little bit of those light reflecting properties in this formula, so you're still getting a little bit of that cosmetic effect as well. It's really a nice eye cream. This one does have fragrance. It is obviously not a vegan product either, but it remains one of my favorite products that I tried in 2023. If you want more information about this, check out my video on Chogongjin. I have one final category for this video, and I am calling this my best all-in-one eye serum in this case. I feel that in doing this series, typically when I pick up an all-in-one product, it seems to be the most expensive product in the video. I do think this makes sense. We are ideally paying a premium in products for, the formulators to have figured out how to cram multiple ingredients together that might be a little tricky. Paying for scientific breakthroughs, just kind of the latest there is out there. And so, again, this is happening with this category. But it might still be predictable because it is still the Dr. Dennis Gross Advanced Retinol and Ferulic Triple Correction Eye Serum. I was over here looking through this ingredients list the other day, just feeling so amazed at how much is going on. So let's talk about what's going on with this product. First of all, I chose an eye serum here because, again, serums are a treatment step, and you are getting caffeine to help with depuffing. You are getting brightening ingredients, including coenzyme Q10. That's that ubiquinone ingredient. I feel like we almost don't give this ingredient enough credit in skincare. It's a fascinating antioxidant ingredient that may even help to increase energy levels in your skin. I'll link some citations in the description box below. We have an azelaic acid derivative in here. Tetrapeptide 21. That is one of those peptides where we do have primary literature suggesting incredible results. There's actually incredible before and afters with this in the primary literature, suggesting it may be a great ingredient for boosting collagen, anti-wrinkle effects, all in a fragrance-free formula that also highlights the bakuchiol and retinol combination. I like that combination. I have never understood why we limited bakuchiol as a strictly retinol alternative. And I do feel bakuchiol could be a good alternative for people that don't want to or can't use retinol, but personally, I do like the combination. You are getting extra antioxidant effects from bakuchiol combined with your gold standard retinoid ingredient in the form of retinol. There's just so much going on in this product. Again, it does have a hefty price tag, but at least I can tell you it lasts a very long time. It absorbs really quickly. The brand even says you actually can use this on your eyelids. Be careful about that. Not every product can be used on your eyelids, but this one can. Really an incredible product, and again, I have tried products that are more expensive than this and yet have done less for me. And my friends, that brings us to the end of my best eye creams of 2023. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.